Hi, I'm Eddie. If you're heading to London, this video is for you. We'll cover the top places to visit, easy ways to get around, delicious local food to try, hidden gems, most tourists miss, and tips how to skip the crowds. Let's get into it. Top places to go in London. And we are starting with the Palace of Westminster with the famous Elizabeth Tower known as Big Ben. Big Ben is a global icon of the UK and a symbol of the British culture. The tower was built as part of the new Palace of Westminster after the old one was destroyed in the burning of the Palace of Westminster. Construction finished in 1859. The London Eye was built as a temporary millennium project but quickly became one of London's defining modern icons. You love coming to this beautiful park with cute animals such as squirrels and ducks. St. James Park evolved from a royal hunting ground to one of London's most beautiful and historic public green spaces and located just in front of the Buckingham Palace. Originally built as Buckingham House for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703, now became the London home of the monarch when Queen Victoria moved in from 1837. Come and watch the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, which takes place at 11 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tower of London, founded in 1070s, built by William the Conqueror after the Norman conquest to assert control over London. The central white tower was its earliest structure. Tower of London played a central role in King Henry VIII's rule, especially during his religious and political upheavals. His second wife, Anne Boleyn, was held in the tower before being executed on its grounds, one of the most famous events in its history. Since the 17th century, it has housed the crown jewels, still on display today. By the late 1800s, London needed a new river crossing east of London Bridge to ease congestion while still allowing ships to pass. Tower Bridge combines Victorian engineering with iconic design, built to solve London's traffic and river access needs. Westminster Abbey is one of the UK's most historic and important religious buildings, deeply tied to the monarchy and national identity. It features English early Gothic architecture. It has hosted every British coronation since 1066 and many royal weddings, including that of Prince William and Catherine Middleton in 2011. The Abbey is a resting place of many monarchs and notable figures such as Isaac Newton and Charles Dickens. You can take a train to get to Hampton Palace, and it's about 1 hour or 1.5 hours from central London, and you can use your credit card to tap in. Built by Cardinal Thomas Wolsey, Chief Minister of Henry VIII, as a grand residence in early 1500s. This palace is famous for its Tudor kitchens, great hall and gardens, including the historic maze. Hampton Court Palace reflects both Tudor grandeur under Henry VIII and later royal transformations. They are friendly people dressed up in costumes and you can ask them anything about the palace. The first cathedral on the site was founded around 604 AD in London, dedicated to St. Paul. Several versions were built over time. It became a symbol of London's resilience and has hosted major national services, including funerals for figures such as Winston Churchill and weddings like that of Prince Charles and Prince Diana in 1981. When you visit this Anglican church, don't forget to go up the dome and go to the Whispering Gallery, which is 257 steps, where whispers along the wall can be heard clearly from over 33 meters on the other side. This is a hidden gem. You can see St. Paul's by going to the top floor of One New Exchange shopping mall. Just take the elevator up. You want to go to the Millennium Bridge and walk towards St. Paul. What a beautiful view. To get to this university, you need to go to Paddington Station, and you need to buy a separate ticket to go to Oxford University. Do not tap in your credit card. It's about 1 hour away from Paddington. Teaching in Oxford began around 1090s. Making it the oldest university in English-speaking world. Today, Oxford is one of the world's leading universities, known for its historic colleges, libraries, and academic excellence. You can go up to the top of this church by going up a very narrow stairs, and the view is amazing. A hidden gem in Oxford is this beautiful zebra-striped red brick building and a beautiful quiet square in Keble College. This college is located just after the Museum of Natural History. Simply gorgeous. This Catholic church is a hidden gem, located near Victoria Underground. Known for its striking sharp brickwork, mosaics and bell tower, it remains the principal Catholic church in England and Wales. Borough Market has evolved from a medieval trading hub into one of London's top food destinations. Here, you will find the best sausage rolls and delicious donuts and bread. This market is extremely crowded during lunchtime. The best time to come is in the morning around 10:30 a.m. or come in the afternoon after 3 p.m. You'll find the best food in London here at the Borough Market. How do you move around London? When you first arrived, you would have arrived at London Heathrow Airport or at St Pancras International by train. Easiest way is to take the train to the place where you are staying, but if you have heavy luggage or traveling with young kids, your best option is to use Uber or take the black cab, which is a more comfortable way but a bit more expensive. I've taken Uber and the black cab and you won't have trouble taking them. To travel around the top destinations, easiest way is to take the underground train or the tube. All of the top destinations can be reached easily by train and walking distance from the train station. For example, you want to go from Waterloo Station to St. Paul's. Google will tell you, go to Waterloo Station, take the Northern Line on platform 1. Stop at Tottenham Court Road Station, then switch to the Central Line and it will take you to St. Paul's. You want to plan the places to visit according to how close they are to each other and what is the closest underground train station. For example, you want to stop at Westminster Underground to go and see the Big Ben, London Eye, and walk to Westminster Abbey and continue walking to St. James Park and then to Buckingham Palace. You want to go really early to avoid the crowd and buy your ticket a month in advance if you could and select the earliest time to avoid the crowd to enter those ticketed sites. I suggest you stay close to an underground train station in Zone 1, which is anywhere on this map. The first time I came to London, I stayed in East London's Mile End. It is close to the station, but it's still a bit of a trip from major attractions. The second time I came to London, I stayed at Waterloo, which was much better and closer to all the major attractions. Thanks for watching and have a happy holiday.